Hello. Professor here, I'm going to play some Final Fantasy XIV. The reports from beneath the counter indicate the dragons have achieved social integration with other customers. This is ideal. Have you seen them in Elysium? They're flying again. Goodness, I'm so happy we could help. To my eye, it looks like we're at least as popular as the last stand now. I'll be with more diverse clientele. I'll let you be the judge of that, though. Shift protocols engaged. Travel to the last rigs. Our cup overfloweth, metaphorically speaking. Literal beverage overflow is nominal. And look at all of the contented customers enjoying our cuisine. This is more than I could have ever imagined when I proposed this idea. Indeed, it's pretty impressive. This unit is struggling to generate areas for improvement. Are all cafe objectives now complete? I suppose you could say that. It's a strange way to view one's accomplishments. Why do you ask? In accordance with the directive of all Alphatron registered units to live, this unit's mission is to assist fallen civilizations in reclaiming lost hope through stimulation, soup, and any other means necessary. It appears this has been accomplished. If so, then this unit must complete its performance evaluation immediately. Performance evaluation? Well, that sounds dreadfully dull. Rather, yes. Nevertheless, this unit must adhere to standard operating protocol and analyze the results of our cultural preservation efforts. Evaluation results will determine whether or not this unit will continue to embrace the familiar inertia of the current mission. If all... Are you sure? Allied units may wish to know that interim evaluations indicate the latter result is likely. This unit has collected more than sufficient data proving that, with the appropriate stimulation, even despairing life forms may once again hope. No further research on the subject is required. Logistically speaking, to continue along the current trajectory would be a waste of energy. Oh, you really are fluffing my fur right now. As if you weren't even listening to my lectures. Plural. We are finally at the point where we can operate this cafe without one civilization or another reinventing the apocalypse, and you want to kick the bucket. Come a little closer and I'll kick it for you. This unit gently reminds the screeching life form that Omicron decision-making algorithms do not prioritize emotion. Well, they should. This mission has never been about experimental data, and you know it. Waste of energy, that flowy ass. Our feelings matter to the Danonists. They matter to the universe. So why don't they matter to you? This unit does not know what to tell you. Fine, be that way. See if I can. This unit will proceed to base Omicron to back up unit data before shutdown and protocols initialize. Additional personnel changes may follow, but Stigma 4 may minimize disruption to cafe operations. This unit acknowledges the non-zero possibility that it may return, but at least for the moment, it leaves the last rigs in your capable appendages. Farewell. Now, you seem pretty bummed out. So, you want to go after it? I don't know. Oh, this is horrible. You cannot end 7,000. They're permanent hibernation. What can't they do without it? What will I do? You should let him know that he's required for optimal performance. Alright, I'm calm. Now, how do we stop it? Even if we can catch up to it before it reaches base Omicron, I doubt it will want to speak to me after my outburst. I'll do it. You'll go alone, though. I will take my time to gather my thoughts. Sure. idling unit. Request for personal data acknowledged. Scanning recent automatic transmissions for internal processing logs. Unit N7000 accessed the logical processes records of SIR and has been engaging in analysis and projection related to the same. The operational protocol governing these peculiar actions cannot be determined at this time. This unit wishes you pleasant speculation. Request for location data acknowledged. Searching base Omicron monitoring logs. Sensors indicate N7000's progress toward the fellow portal. Calculations indicate they will have proceeded past the empty portal toward the limits of Ostrakon Deki Hexi by the time code at which the organic life form can catch up. Well, that's unfortunate. What you doing? The signals of the Allied unit are not unwelcome. But why do you follow this unit here, Peter? Why did you come here? This unit has been analyzing logs originating from M017. Alias Stigma 1, alias Sir, for some time now. As Unit M017, it repeatedly paid visits to the Tree of Life to analyze internal projections. The impetus for these actions was logged as personal reasons. In other words, when its protocols were insufficient, M017 came here to ponder the next course of action. This unit had hoped that the tree might provide data of use to its current dilemma. No such data has been forthcoming. In retrospect, there is a non-zero probability that M017 did not find what it was looking for here either. This unit cannot conceptualize actions outside of its original programming that might lead to its desired conclusion. All simulations of upcoming performance evaluation end in shutdown. The precise value of a future in which this unit carries on operating the cafe in service of our myriad patrons remains unknown, and thus cannot be mathematically comparable to that of a successful evaluation. Nevertheless, this unit's preference remains constant. Does this preference, then, constitute a logical fallacy which must be discarded? Inconclusive. As a military information and operations specialist, this vacillation is most distressing. A further review of the objective reality that the cafe was restored hope to multiple once-fallen civilizations is not helping. Paradoxically, it appears to make this unit's memory overflow even worse. Yeah, happiness will do that. Organic life forms pursue greater levels of happiness, regardless of utility or lack thereof. However, as a mechanical life form, it is categorically impossible for this unit to experience emotions outside of the predetermined programming. Unless Allied units were correct, and this unit is truly not the same unit it once was. If all life forms reborn in Ultima Thule, including this unit, possess infinite potential in mathematical sense, generating new projections. Multi-sim mode initialized, shutting down auxiliary functions and overclocking processors. You know, maybe you just should live. This unit is processing. All right. Let me know when you're done, all right? Warning. Processing load critical. Cannot accept additional input. Failure to step away from the unit may result in severe burns. That state is worrisome. It seems that you are unable to interrupt N7000 processing queue at present. Perhaps you should bring Jammingway along to kick its bucket. Oh man, I should have bought something while I was... Oh wait, I did. Yeah, I picked something up right as I left the elephant people, the Thavnarians. All right, never mind. They're fine, I guess. Hey man, what you doing? All of this roaring is exhausting, not to mention the yelling. Apologies for that, by the way. Did you find the N7000, and is it all right? Oh, he needs someone to kick his bucket. I recall seeing this, sir, in the logs. It did seem to have individualistic tendencies now that you mention it. You would know its personal reasons better than I, of course, but I would not be the first nor the last to agonize over its existence. The choice to live is not made just the once, after all. No, I think it's a leap, or even a bunny hop, to assume that M017 struggled with much the same questions of purpose and potential that plagued N7000. I'm a product of very little experience with self-doubt when it comes to facing an immediate, indeterminate future. Very little experience with emotions in general, really. Does it not bother you that we've seen no changes to Elysium that could be attributed to N7000 and the other staff? The Dynamis reactors are very first burst of hope and has reliably taken form from every civilization. But not them. Hope for the future, specifically. Precisely. Should our N7000 then not have the power to shape Dynamis in spades? Look how successful it's been. Personally, I believe it does have that power, but every time it feels a little something, it shoves the emotion away under a pile of numbers and refuses to even think about it again. It needs to allow itself to feel that joy, that hope, for it to grow and blossom in Elysium. Not this waste of energy for time to die, bollocks. Honestly, what did it even think about anyone else? Mark my words, I'm going to gather that scrap of joy you created here and shove it right down its stupid throat. We need to be quick if we want to prepare for N7000. Finishes processing and finds a way to infuriate me even more. We're certainly not going to allow it to shuffle off its motor coil. Today or ever. First, I'll need to choose a recipe, one guaranteed reminder of what we've accomplished here in the last race, and give it a taste of the boundless happiness yet to come. Yeah, sounds great. Let's do it. I'm certain to take my fork and dig somewhere something out of the database that can represent our culinary movements, culinary achievements, without providing an electrocution hazard. Wait just a moment. Uh-huh. Waiting a moment. Here we are. Thruster is disengaged. N7000 not detected. Awaiting promised explanation. It's quite a long story, actually. Hey, you see, your guy wanted to make sure that other civilizations could get hope, and it managed to do so, but then it couldn't get hope for himself, and so now he's planning on deactivating himself forever. Circumstances acknowledged. N7000 logs transmitted to central database. Confirm the accuracy of managerial report. Conclusion reached by N7000 also confirm accurate. Operational protocols are absolute. Completion of mission necessitates permanent hibernation. I don't think I'll ever understand your culture's obsession with productivity. However, running in multi-sim mode for prolonged period poses unacceptable risks to hardware. Immediate intervention recommended. Not quite the sympathetic response I was looking for, but it'll do. As for your intervention, I propose the presentation of a delicious dish that will bring N7000 back to its senses. What do you think it would like? Invalid input. Preferences are irrelevant to mechanical life forms. What N7000 requires is refrigerant liquid. A cooling beverage, then. I think we can manage that. Search your database for local ingredients we might use. N7000 always seemed to know what it was doing, so I never bothered learning or anything else. Auxiliary information evaluated. Nevertheless, request acknowledged. Scanning database. Ding! Gaseous matter suitable for condensation and subsequent ingestion is permitted by plant matter found in Ostracontia. Approximate coordinates 27, 13, 2.5. Wonderful, you're a natural at this. Managerial praise unnecessary. Scanning the database is well within standard operational protocols. Production of vital liquids, such as refrigerants and oils, is also standard protocol for a logistic matrix. However, cafe operations have repeatedly demonstrated that standard chemical formulae are insufficient impetus for the alteration of dynamis. That is where cafe management must intervene. Allied Unit N7000 is depending on you. You must not fail. Don't you worry, Stigma 4. We will never let our allied units down. I leave the procurement of the primary ingredient to you, Piotr. In the meantime, I'll see what else might be mechanically digestible around here. Sure, I got you, fam. Ding. N7000 coordinates confirmed. Subject remains immobile. Retrieval unit will be dispatched to Ostrakon Decahexy momentarily. Bye! Gather medicinal blossoms southeast of the abode of the Ia. Methane blossom. There's this Stigma 4 will be dragging N7000 back there any moment now. Is your friend the Gassy Watson? Sure, Gassy Watson, here you go. And this isn't the horror. Now I just need to condense this, perhaps shake it up with some other bits and bobs for the proper cocktail experience. Emergency override command prompt. X Chung code. Beep. Beverage protocols initiated. Please wait. The last dregs. This unit would like to register its confusion. You miserable sack of sockets, bolt-head, weird-looking fork. I'll kick your bucket into the next galaxy, you. Ah, yes. This unit remembers now. Dialogue with the screeching lifeform has reached an impasse, so it withdrew to organize its thought processes in peace. This unit became trapped in a processing loop and overheated. But when temperatures are now nominal, as your civilization would say, phew. Are you feeling better? That's the best news I've heard all day. No thanks to you. This unit's circuits are now somewhat muddled. Reviewing event logs, the flags associated with the mission to live. Bing! Results of recalculated projections located. Proceeding to Elysium to conform. Really? You could at least explain yourself. Sounds like you're expecting some change to the Dynamis. What sort, I have no idea. After him. Sure. Looking before his logs confirmed the N7000 came this way. No case. A forest? Did N7000 do this? Ahem, you owe us a very thorough report. Affirmative. As you may have detected, since the birth of Elysium, this unit's self-determination algorithm has been in conflict with its core protocols. This unit has been surpassingly difficult to resolve. The cooling solution that you made, however, enabled this unit to arrive at a conclusion. It is confident in the results of its performance evaluation. First, a thought experiment for allied units. How did this unit transform the landscape of Elysium, despite its nature as a replicated mechanical life form? Everything here is because of you. The future is always possible. Now you made it real. A future in which metal warriors came to love the forests of a distant star. It is a bittersweet possibility, but holds a beauty of its own. Thank you, Peter. This unit will keep your words close to its heart. In the history of the universe, countless possibilities have gone unfulfilled, but it is an error to thus consign them to the realm of the impossible. All the Dynamis requires is that we ask what if. While sentient lifeforms remain to ask that question, to dream of unrealized futures, this unit cannot agree with EA's conclusion that the end of the universe is inevitable. Our data proves that miracles can and do happen. It took you long enough, honestly. It gave me a fright with that shutdown nonsense. Interesting. Would you miss this unit if it were gone, Jammingway? Jammingway. Jammingway. Requesting acknowledgement of warm and fuzzy feelings. Oh, never in a billion years, bolt brain. Denied, denied, denied. In any case, this unit recognizes the role of Alphatron Star played in the cutting of futures of many civilizations short. Together with allied managers, the Omicrons have restored hope to some of these such civilizations, and assisted developing Elysium to its current state. The star now teems with life, some of it newly born. Calculations may say this is sufficient to fulfill this unit's mission, but this unit disagrees. What we have accomplished thus far is a significant step toward a new future for the Omicrons, but not the last. This unit believes in infinite possibilities, beyond the projection capabilities of even Stigma 4. Alongside our allies at the last dregs, we must continue to make them real. We shall atone, and we shall live.
A worthy purpose, if you ask me, which you ought to, given I'm still your business partner.
Gladly acknowledged, jamming way.
Come to think of it, we never toasted our achievements, or shared a drink at all. What kind of cafe managers are we if we don't drink a little bit? I brought some refrigerant cocktail along with any normal supplies in case anyone needed another wake-up call. Let's say we have a picnic. All right. The last drink specialty carrot juice for us, of course. Never go anywhere without it.
Carrot juice is the best.
You know, when I proposed this idea, I was thinking of cafes and the theorists. How the people inside smiled and laughed and spoke of tomorrow. We've been focused on providing our customers the same experience, naturally. That's also what the last drug did to us, isn't it?
Sure. Affirmative. This unit would go so far as to assert that spending time with friends is, in this fashion, is meaningful. This sense of satisfaction is what organic life forms persistently term happiness, is it not?
Yeah. That was the best carrot juice I've had in my whole lot of life.
That raises several questions, but this unit will restrain itself in favor of thanking Piotr once again for his assistance in this time of need. This unit apologizes for burdening you with additional shifts.
That's fine. And not that you've got to apologize for me for the stress you've caused me.
This unit has been distressed numerous times due to unwarranted screeching from hyperbole-prone life form, and thus considers us even.
See if I save your sorry scrap metal ever again.
Additionally, this unit would prefer that as business partners we provide mutual assistance as a matter of course. That is what organic life forms mean by partnership, is it not?
As long as you hold up your end of the bargain, we're going to keep the last dregs open to the very end of the universe. And beyond. No universes will end on our watch.
Yeah. Huzzah! Society quest complete. Reputation up. Reputation has increased to Sworn. You achieved Sworn reputation with the staff and patrons of the last dregs. You receive experience bonus points for completion of the last dregs society daily quests. Furthermore, you have access to the wider selection of wares from Omicron, whatever. fully caffeinated. I think I saw it. There it is. I'm going to turn these two in, and I'm going to take a quick break to the bathroom. Return of Allied Unit recognized, requesting full mission report. I don't know, it went fine. Congratulations on successful ingestion. Though this outcome was expected, it is also desirable. Guerrilla demonstrations will be logged as effective means of encouraging interest in sensory perception. It is fortunate that a number of IA were present during your execution of objectives. Due to their physical lack of form, as well as conditional operating protocols, luring them to the last dregs has been surpassingly difficult, even for tactical specialists. However, those who watch this demonstration from afar may choose to participate in the future. Should the opportunity present itself to carry out a similar operation, your services will be required once more. Transmissions from Soil Purification Unit confirm the delivery of requested samples. Allied Unit is commended for successful completion of objectives. However, the degree to which the synthesized compound can purify the soil remains surpassingly small, and the current methodology's labor productivity is entirely unacceptable. The logical response would be to scrap the program in its entirety. Unfortunately for the efficiency of our operation, the flea-bitten proprietor disagrees. Allied Unit is urged to stand by, as projections indicate its services will be needed again in the near future. What you got for me? New music card. All right. Head back to base Omicron and then take a quick break. Let's be right back. Alright. Sorry about the wait. Let's continue.
This might come as a shock to you, Pietro, but it seems our ways have developed an insatiable interest in clothing. Isn't that a remarkable achievement in individuality? Why, we've always worn identical garb for as long as I can remember. Yet as we speak, one of our ways is busy gathering a range of materials which to make fashion. I was hoping you might assist me. They ask for you by name, after all. You'll find them in the Curatorium. Pietro, I'm in desperate need of your assistance. Sparkling rare with an artistic genius has requested your assistance once more. It seems she was greatly impressed by your dedication last time. She says she'll be waiting for you by the striking brand as before. Take care, Pietro, and thank you. Considering the success of our music station, I do believe our equipment will require extra maintenance. Can you imagine the glum disappointment that awaits us should our music fail to play during peak merriment? I shudder to even consider it. I attached one of our ways for repairing spare parts for the audio apparatus. However, that was some time ago. There's never a whisper of progress since. Could I trouble you to lend them assistance? I am no doubt hard at work and great at standstill.
Sure thing, Sam. I have need of your mending powers. Taken care of. Yes, Sparkling.
Pietro, how good it is to see you again. Our artistic gains from last time proved well worth the same tour. The wonders I created were unlike any I ever produced. But the dream of an artist is not to rest upon her laurels. They're always hungry, Pietro, aching for the next idea. Aching as my body will once be when she hit me with this kerosene tank. Now throw, my friend. Throw with the strength of will you've got. Come on, strike me. Huh. Once more. I've not seen it yet, nor felt it through my eyes. Hit me, Peter. One more time. Hit me. Maybe one more time? Be the greatness. Throw! I've got it. A spark of inspiration. With this broken form I shall create you. Thank you, Piotr. Managing Ray will see you're duly rewarded. I must return to my atelier before the other of my eyes or inspiration fades. Uh-huh. believe I heard an explosion. My trust bar can't really satisfy their system.
Yeah, let's hope so.
I do often hear of geniuses suffering for their craft. I imagine the scale for genius is meant to exceed all supposition. I do hope she manages to finish her art before the art finishes her, as it were. I shall check upon her later to see if she requires any further assistance. In the meantime, please accept this as thanks for supporting the proliferation and success of Lovewith fine art.
And that's all we got there. Right. I was like, which way should I go, right or left? I'm like, I'll do right. They're both kind of equally far away from each other.
Have you come to help me? Oh, you're very nice. There's still so many pieces I must make, and I've been making them for so very long. Like the delicate parts of our wiring. Could you make some of those? I have plenty of supplies here if you need any more. Once you're finished, go ahead and take them to managing away. I may be allowed yet.
Let's see. Audio spare parts. Oh.
You need more already? Oh, you were joking. Whew. Thank you so much for your help the other day. Everyone really liked what you made, but so maybe you could craft something for us again? I'm thinking something glittery that would make the fabric sparkle. Is that hard to do? How does materials to work with? I don't know if you need any more. When you're done, I'll have to call and show manager what you made. I'm thinking of trending the design if you need anything.
A set of fashionable things. Let's see what we can make.
I'll go to fashion creation. Here you go. Oh no, how daring. I do believe I would enjoy wearing something like this myself. I wonder what sort of outfit this will create. The possibilities seem endless when one stops to consider them. That way is both hardworking and determined, so I have no doubt their journey upon the road of fashion will be long and fruitful. I do hope you'll lend them your expertise again. How fares our helper? Have we made progress with the spare parts? Here you go. Marvelous. With these pieces, I dare say our music will be free of malfunction for some time yet. Originally, our audio apparatus was meant to broadcast worldwide announcements for our guests. But as we no longer expect visitors from the forest, we repurposed the equipment. Only time will tell if our music station's requirements exceed the capabilities of our apparatus, but in the meantime, we shall do our utmost to keep everything in working order. I do hope you will assist us again, Theodore. Please accept a small token of our appreciation.
All right. Quick. And here, I don't mean that happy about it. Don't expect me to play errand boy for you forever. Alright. Have I finished officially? Can I move on? I think I have. All right. Tree la la. Let's get what we can done there. Expect me to play your errand boy forever. I'm so freaking close on Weaver. Grab a capital crafting. I just did that. Well, time to suffer consequences of mistakes. I just did that too. It's just a cursed. This is the cursed venture. Yep, I made too many mistakes for that one to work out. All right. Okay. From here, next is White Mage. All right, let's go. Tuilalal and get our last map opened up soon. If not right now, very soon. Current rate, we should be done tomorrow.
You are returned!
Hey there.
Wait there! I'm coming down! Where's Lamachi? What happened inside the dome?
Oh, it was pretty crazy. Turns out there were a lot of dead people. Somebody was trying to kill our people to save.
So my brother is gone.
Oh, yeah, your brother died too. I forgot to tell you that.
Yet the danger remains.
Mm-hmm.
And you must soon sally forth unto an unknown reality.
It's true.
Hey, Kona!
Lamachi, is this boy perhaps...
That's right, the ruler of our new nation. To our north.
This is Zorolja's son, Kululja.
I know, right?
I see. Time did flow differently inside the dome.
Mm-hmm.
If he is our brother's child, then... Kululja, was it? My name is Kona, and I am Lamachi's brother.
You're her brother?
You'll find none more dependable than Kona. He's family, and he'll take good care of you.
A pleasure to meet you, Kululja.
A pleasure to meet you too, Uncle Kona.
Well, I suppose I am your uncle.
Yep.
But simply Kona will do.
You're all confused, and little wonder. Rest assured, all will be explained in due course. But for now, I want to make one thing clear. Kululja is his own person. He had no part in his father's crimes. If you have anger towards Zorolja you need to express, Kona and I will gladly hear you. But you will treat Kululja as you would any child, with kindness.
As we should. The boy's done no wrong.
Yes, the vow of resolve speaks true.
So, will you tell me what happened? Grahatia has given me a summary, but I would hear your detailed account.
Can we walk while we chat? I want to see how things are in the city.
In that case, let us make our way to Bright Plume Post. Our soldiers remain on high alert, but if the threat of invasion has passed, I will bid them take a well-earned rest.
Oh, what close enough I thought it was. It was indeed Zorja's realm inside the dome. A realm he ruled jointly with Sphene. He is the king of resolve. She is the queen of reason. Just like you and me here. People live very different lives compared to ours. But like us, they live them to the fullest. And Sphene is a big part of that. She is a considerate and approachable ruler who treats everyone as family. Well, you and her must have gotten along well. We did. But our love for her people, she's chosen. Out of love for her people, she has chosen the wrong path. They are good folk, the Alexandrians. They welcomed us into our homes, treated us with kindness and respect. But Zorja slaughtered them. Slaughtered those he was meant to protect. For his own ends. Oh, by the gods. Tell me how this came to pass. Oh, it was terrible. It's going to go to places that's really hard to reach. I see how it is. It's as far away from crystals as you can manage. When his attack on Tuilalal failed, Zorja sought to gain more power. So he ordered his people executed and harvested their souls. What drove him to commit such an atrocity? He claimed he wanted to bring the entire world under his dominion, but that was just a means to achieve his true desire.
My grandfather, he was a great person, right? Maybe my father wanted to prove he was his own person, but he wasn't just a great person's son.
I dare say you're right. As a resilient son, our father's true-born heir, he bore a weight of expectation. That weight was clearly greater than any of us had ever imagined.
That's probably why he was who he was, and why he didn't want me.
Damn it all. If only he tried harder to reach out to him. Let's keep moving. Zorja had become unimaginably powerful. It was only with Pieter's help that we managed to defeat him. And now I have a responsibility to the people of Alexandria, and above all to Zorja.
What?
I promised, didn't I? I wanted us to become family. It isn't only out of obligation. Since I've gotten to know you, I've come to really like you. You might not be my nephew by blood, but we're family to the end. We'll always be there to help each other. Isn't that right?
Right.
You too, Pieter. After everything we've been through, you're already as good as family. What? What do you mean, what? The more family we have, the merrier, don't you think? Come on, let's head into the barracks. If you say so. Trying to figure out what I want to do with this riddle. Good Banks Creek, brightly guiding the way to a verdant bed of green washes sea spray. Positive it's this thing over here. The seafoam fields. Maybe it's asked for silence in the seafoam fields somewhere. Tell everyone in the seafoam fields to be quiet and see if that does anything. And if not, we'll keep going. Tapipia? One of these is shush, right? You told the people to be quiet. All right, I'm gonna go to a potty break. I'll be right back. All right, let's go where we're headed. Maybe just take that one. Take care of that one off screen sometime. Off stream.
I'd like to be a family with you too, Peter.
I'm glad I could hear what happened in the dome. I'm sorry you had to bear such a heavy burden, Vanity. Don't be. As Val resolved, it was something I had to do. Besides, it was your ingenious strategy that kept Tuli the law safe. Asking you to rule with me was definitely one of my better ideas. It was because we all fought as one that we could repel the invaders. And then only with the aid of Vitra and his kin. Thanks to Alphino and Astidian and their seeding force, we were able to swiftly forge an alliance with Razat-Han. And when the dragons appeared in the skies, I thought it was it. The Tuilalau you had envisioned. We owe our new allies a great debt. I hope we can repay them one day.
Me too.
Indeed. Once I've dealt with the matters, we should go and thank them in person. Peter told me as much, but you still have work to do, yes? Yes. I need to find Sphene. She harmed our people so that her own might live. But as I was raging at her deeds, I realized something. Just because Tuilalau is safe doesn't mean I can ignore what's become of Alexandria. That's the kind of thinking that led to conflict in the old days. I want to help the Alexandrian people live in peace and happiness. And the only way to do that is to stop Sphene from walking her path.
Yeah.
Very well, Yamati. Just promise me that you will take care. I promise, Koana.
Sure.
I mean, she's getting death flagged. She's gotten death flagged several times. The thing is, we really haven't had a meaningful death since Heaven's Word. Yeah, I had anticipated this. I still can't help but worry. I'm sorry I had to go all the way. I'm sorry I have to go away. I'm sorry that I have to go away so soon. But even setting Safina aside, some of our own people may be among the enemy. We can't just sit around and leave everything to the others. I understand. I have matters here well in hand, so do what you must. Peter, for all you've done for us, for our nation, and for our family, I feel I could never express sufficient gratitude. But thank you, from the bottom of my heart.
Cool.
Anderson's old jaw spared no souls in reviving himself in battle. His pride would not permit him to do otherwise, I expect. Well, it was good to catch Koana up. Now let's talk to the soap. Who might this be from? Hello? That's right, Pieter's with me. Is that so? In that case, we'll meet at Sunperch. See you soon. Vistola's heading back. I dare to hope she's found a way to pursue Safine. If you all want to go ahead to Sunperch, I'll pay our soldiers a quick call.
Sure.
Quest accepted. So then I said, that's not really what I'm here for. But I'll go ahead and eat your sandwich. Oh, what are you guys doing here? Apologies for the wait. You're all here. Well, then that means... Aye, we believe we found a way to travel to the reflection to where Safine had retreated. I was busy providing aid to Solution 9, so I haven't had the details myself. Could you start from the beginning, Ishtola? Per Sophine's own words, the gate atop Everkeep was opened and closed by the power of interdimensional fusion. And it was the artifact known as the key which allowed her to control it. According to Ketaraman, the key was brought to the source 20 years ago. It was then kept there in the palace until its theft by Zerul-Jah, who used it in Ushlani to fuse a portion of our world with his reflection. Following Zerul-Jah's demise, Sophine claimed the key and disappeared through the gate. But where exactly did that gate lead? In seeking the answer, we took another look at Orientix and made a startling discovery. As you all know, there should have been one more level to the summit of Everkeep. The 12th level, the King of Resolve's royal abode. Right, but when you actually went there, you saw it didn't exist. Curious, we analyzed Orgenic's logs to see where the memories of the departed were being sent, and where it should be, but through that gate, to the missing 12th level. That level alone must have laid beyond outside the fused region, so it was left behind. Then that means the reflection of which Sophia has fled is her own. Indeed. 'Tis Sophine's home world, and she's returned there to join the memories of her departed citizens. But as the gate lies with her on the other side, we haven't the means to reopen the gate. Forgive me, but I thought we already knew she had gone home. Or at least it seemed obvious to me. What I want to know is, how do we pursue Sophine if the gate here is closed? We use another gate. And it just so happens we know where one is. We use another gate, and it just so happens we know where one is. In the jungle. The sky deeps to note. Aye, all evidence suggests the gate there leads to the world whence the Alexandrians and I came. But assuming that is true, how do we open it? That's where we shall find out, using the code in this earring. As you'll recall, Kryle's earring is in fact a data storage device. I was wondering when they were going to get around to this. The analysis of it yielded a code, something used to control its contraption, and a very large one at that. Given the circumstances of Kryle's arrival at the source, we believe that said contraption is a gate to the Golden City. This is admittedly an educated guess, but we are quite hopeful that it will work. To make such progress in so short a time, you really are amazing. If we couldn't have done it alone, the credit must go to the members of Oblivion for acquiring the information we need, Shale especially. Right then, it seems the plan is set. To the sky deeps and north. Let's do it. Begging your pardon, Peter, but might I have a moment there for setting forth? Or you're already going to give him the thing. Yes, I thought it to save it for later, but in light of these developments, I feel now is the time. I have no idea what you're talking about. As Lemity says, I have something for you. Please come with me to Bayside Levy. Whee!
What is it, Koana?
Trila is safe in no small part due to your valor. As a token of our appreciation, I've commissioned special equipment for you. While it is inadequate as an expression of gratitude, I pray it'll serve you well in your coming mission. It apparently incorporates foreign technology. Leave it to Koana to request such a thing, huh? Knows that your equipment in his keeping. Just say the word and he'll bring it out.
Nice. You may now obtain job-specific gear from Mazazite. Weapons and gear obtained can be equipped at level 99. However, all item stats will be synced to current item level. Upon reaching level 100 with the corresponding job, these items will no longer be synced. Furthermore, the gear can be dyed upon completion of role quests associated with said job, which I haven't done yet.
With your shiny new gear, I reckon when you're ready for anything. Come, let's head to the Skadi Canot. Access to the area is presently restricted per my orders, so I shall accompany you.
Clearly, need to go to Whimsical Mensa. Shaka is anxiously awaiting word from Costa del Sol.
Hello there, Peter. I've been on the lookout for anyone. I've been on the lookout for anyone from Costa del Sol, but nothing yet. Perhaps we should travel over there ourselves, just in case. Master Peter, Master Slokshana.
Forgive me for the sudden entrance, but I bring a message from Master Geruju. Your quarry's been sighted in eastern Lenosha.
Oh, well, I'm glad I didn't leave early. Thank you for bringing word. We're in eastern Lenosha, where they last seen.
Master Wiskate recently received a report from Mistress Bayflox, a trusted associate of his. We're told a number of inbreakers and fighty tools and tinker dolls infiltrated her Longstop. We've little doubt the inbreakers and tinker dolls she speaks of are Ellerette and her troop.
I see. We'd best find this brave Loxon soon.
Indeed. We'd like to find her by the entrance of her Longstop in Raincatcher Gully. My master and his associates wish you good hunting.
We should get a first-hand account from Playfox as well. Perhaps she'll have more to tell. Let's be off, Peter.
Sure.
Let's see if I can't get my Weaver up to level 100, because if I can, that solves the problem. Silk Tabard of Scouting. Intro letter and the team gold nugget. Oh, computer fell asleep. All right. Grade 1G, step of dexterity. Oh, sun just rose. Smiling, styling, and textiling. You get the touch 6. Train perfection. Alright. Next would be botanist. Okay. Okay, well, lots of side stuff to get done. First things first. White mage to rain catcher go in. This is Brayflux. Told her she reminded me of a Loudland, but I got a bit of a scolding for that. Not Mobbies, she said, Gobbies.
Yes, gobbies, and gobbies require handletting to backstrike at inbreakers. Inbreakers bring big flocks to Tinkerdolls to search for water gush.
Water gush. Does Ellerit mean to poison the island's water source? That must be why they're searching for rivers. If the toxins are strong enough, anyone or anything that draws near the water would grow terribly ill. All of Vilbrand would fall into disarray.
Poison makes no good for Gobbyflock, no good for Vilbrand. Narrow hearts in need of many punishings.
This goes beyond mere trickery. We must end Elleret's ambitions here and now. I doubt she'll come quietly. She has the heartstring at her disposal. But with your aid, Peter, I know we can take it back. As soon as you're ready, we'll storm the Longstop. Well, this is it. Ready to storm the Longstop, Peter? I guess we'll find out. I'm ready to try anyway. There they are. Oh, I knew bringing those bits and bobs into battle was a good idea. If you're after some manner of surrender with heartfelt embraces and handing over the magic heirlooms, you've come to the wrong Longstop, my dear. You monster. You plan to poison every waterway in Vilbrand, don't you? But of course. The trick is to let the poison stew for a few bells. With a healthy helping of those tantalizing toxins and a dollop of advanced alchemical processes, poof! This eyesore of an island will get a taste of my finest work yet. My latest masterpiece neither dissipates nor evaporates. No amount of inherent immunity can save you from the influence. Maybe safe to the touch, but one tiny sip and you'll be begging for mercy. That's no jest, by the way. I won't begin to describe what manner of havoc the experimental dose has wreaked on me, but I'll look forward to seeing how it affects the general populace. Oh yes, the residents of Limsa and its adorable little hamlets rely on this water. So very many people, blissfully unaware of what is to come. And every single one of those wretches will be at the mercy of our malice. Every single one. Let's give Team Rocket what for. She unleashes these toxins in the waterways. This is going to be the end that's far worse than Brunswick. Your precious scorpion once hunted prey with these potions, yes? Perhaps I should learn from its example and revel in the thrill of the chase. I expect that's my cue to back away. I'd rather watch the chaos unfold from a safe distance. See ya. These venomous gifts keep on giving. My very aethers infused with their essence. So now, my dears, unbound Elleret's venom heart. It's time to hunt you for a change. Let's take down this scholar. Item is synced to level 680. All synced items are adjusted. I'll leave the charge, Peter. You focus on healing. Dear sweet fairy apple, some of you sour on me, prepare to perish. Rescue problems for alchemical solutions. Oh, that's bitter. Little poison never killed any. Oh wait, I lied. Oh well. Use a sumo to heal the poison. To heal the poison. And to break out the Elleret special. Toxins are bound to take their toll if she's not careful. I don't know, why don't we send your head just spinning? Temporary misdirection. A marvelous messer room. If you don't hurry. Something has just begun, my dear. Let me know where that came from. Sooner. Oh my God. Beware of your tenacity. Mammoths, fear positions. Oh, I don't feel so good. The love of pull yourself together, Ellie. I'll be fine, just a few more drops. Ugh. Catch me if you can. The times they say, summon the defective mammoths. I'm sorry, the what? How's it doing? You're seeing self-respect protocol, that's what. So just keep an eye on all that. Why do you persist?
No, my toxins, they've betrayed me.
Feel bad.
Can't move.
Feel bad, man. Duty complete. I don't feel so good. Enough of it. We must escape while we still can. A smoke bomb. Quickly.
If I have it your way.
Wait, that's the goblin maid. Team Rocket blasting off again.
No, 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 you're rude that you made enemies the unbound.
Quite a mess behind her. Nothing the heartstring can't detoxify, though. Let's hurry and clear away the poison. There you are, Peter. We came running once we heard the explosion, but I'm pleased to see you're none the worse for the wear.
Oh yeah, we took care of it.
Eloretta and Konakawa picked the wrong explosive. We should consider ourselves fortunate that goblin bombs resemble unbound smoke bombs.
Gobby booms and friendly faces win the day. Inbreakers go flying skyward.
We made our rounds of the long stop as well. The enemy mammoths patrolling the place have all gone lifeless. Your treasure's safe, I trust.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thanks to Peter's support.
Yes, thanks to Peter's support. That's the right voice. Very good. Should those troublemakers survive the impending fall, they won't pose the same threat without it. If they do happen to show their sorry faces around here again, I've notified the Yellow Jackets to be on the lookout for them. They'll send their regards and their deepest gratitude, of course. Of course. Heartstring is safe again. Thank you for everything, Peter. And thank you. Flux, we may not have found Eloretta and Kanakawa without you.
Brayflex Happy gives hand lending. Important for all Gobby goodies to offer hand lending to fellow Gobby friends.
It's an honor to be counted among your Gobby friends. Now, as eager as I am to get the heartstring back safely to Tyrell, I'd like to say my goodbyes to everyone here first, if that's all right. Yasum and Varric deserve to know how everything transpired in the end, for one thing. Shall we make our way back to Allaport?
Now let's do it. Well met, you two. How fares the hunt for Alaret? Oh, you know. We did pretty well. Since I'm flying, did you? Oh, now, those are what we call good tidings. I think they confused Gabi explosives for their own smoke bombs. Serves them right, I say.
When Miss Lawaka's heirloom returned, we can breathe a collective sigh of relief. I, for one, am pleased that there will be no more risk of poisoned elixirs. I wouldn't have wished those hiccups on their worst enemy.
By the by, Miss Losai, I know you traveled far to get here, but I didn't realize you hailed from Tyrol. That's quite the journey. Well, you'll be heading home soon.
Yes, that's right. Vilbrand is a fascinating place, but my village is probably worried sick about me, and the heartstring too, of course.
Well, your time here was short. You'll be sorely missed.
We still have much to learn, but one day perhaps we may find our way to Tyrol as well. Oh, that'd be wonderful. When you do, I look forward to hearing all about your adventures.
And you? I had a feeling you were no ordinary adventurer. I imagine our surprise when we learned you're the savior of the realm himself. One of our Yellow Jacket's acquaintances boasted about meeting a warrior of light while investigating serial poisonings. And that's when it dawned on us. She sent her regards, by the way. We've moms to go before we reach your lofty heights, but God's willing, we'll try to rise to the challenge.
Indeed. You've given me much to aspire to as a fellow healer, and I shall do my utmost to follow your shining example.
Sure. Be well, you two, and may we meet again on distant shores.
Thank you both for your help. I'll never forget it. It's time I returned to Tuilelau. It would mean the world to me if you'd come too, Pieter. I wouldn't want to report a success to Nefine without you.
Sure. Well, see ya.
Luciana, and Pieter as well. Your combined presence here can only mean one thing.
Pieter and I have brought the heartstring home.
So you have. I regret that I could not assist you, but I am relieved that all is well. Words cannot express my gratitude to you both.
Yeah.
Taking back the heartstring is no easy task, but I learned a great deal on my journey to Eorzea. One of the Unbound, a man named Konakawa, possessed an inherent immunity to poison, built up by many years of regularly ingesting small amounts. Rather than relying solely on Scorpion's gifts to detoxify us, perhaps we might learn from those traditions and build up stronger immunity on our own. It would be prudent to prepare ourselves in case something like this ever happens again. If we're to continue living amongst the deadly, perhaps it's time we found new ways to overcome the challenges that we face. Throughout my life in the village, I thought I knew everything there was to know about the heartstring. But now I understand the Scorpion's gifts can easily become a curse in the wrong hands. Its power to poison a single water source threatened countless lives on a whim. Yet at the same time, its detoxifying powers can save just as many. I began to wonder, could the heartstring provide succor outside our village? Should it? Or will the risks prove too great? Excellent questions, all. Knowing that the heartstring is capable of outside our borders, we must consider this carefully for the future of our people. I am certain your father will wish to speak more of it upon his return. Upon our return. He's already there. As you can see, our community has much to consider for keeping thriving. But for the moment, I am simply glad the heartstring is back in Tyrol. I cannot thank you enough for your help. Till I met you, I never hunted alongside a healer.
But knowing I had your support filled me with courage. Yours is a heartening presence, one I'm going to miss dearly. You have my gratitude and my trust, Peter, now and forever.
Cool, I'm glad to hear it.
As much as I'd like to, I won't be keeping you any longer. Efina and I have a long trek home. I wish you all the best, and I know we'll meet again someday.
Sure. All right, well, y'all have fun.
Quest complete. Heartstring is a heavy burden. All right, I'll be right back. Let's see, what do we got here? Maybe I pick up some more Snow White dye. not happening right now. Alright, that's fine. Oh, Pietro. Noet gave some trouble after our last session, didn't he? He hasn't said a word about our next commission. I fear he may have given up on the bookmaking endeavor. At first, he seemed so excited about sharing the stories he heard in Dawntrail. I wonder how his recitations there differ from our transcription sessions. Care to take a walk with me, Pietro? I think we should see Zelwedi's performance for myself. Sure. Very good. So you might see with us. Amica, Pietro. Here for a drink, perhaps? Well, that does sound splendid. We were actually hoping to hear one of your famous recitations. Ah, then I'm afraid your timing is rather unfortunate. We usually wait until our seats are filled before having a tale, if not for some time yet. Oh, that's a shame. Then what about your next commission? As soon as we know what sort of tales you want plan to tell, Pietro can begin to assemble the necessary materials for your new tome's binding. About that. If you have no further tales you wish to share, far be it for me to insist. Oh, don't worry, I have still plenty to tell. The thing is, when I learned of your discoveries, I decided I wanted the next step to be something from my home. Our tales are completely unknown to outsiders, so should our oral tradition ever reach its end, our hopes in history would vanish with us. Which is why I would preserve what I can from written record. Sounds like a wonderful idea. And yet you seem so conflicted. My people neither read nor write. Would creating a written book of their stories be truly understanding and honoring their legacy? Well, when you put it that way, how might we properly convey the stories of our people unassociated with the written word? Take a page from your great-grandfather's book, Pamika. Pictures. Take a page we shall. When they finished illustrating a book about the Yakui, we don't need to know about a written alphabet to read a story about the illustrations. But we needn't stop there. What if we incorporated other materials into the book as well? Bird feathers and flowers and things that harken to the setting and appeal to all the senses. We need to devise a way to preserve the materials we choose. But once we do, our readers will be able to immerse themselves in the story without a reliance on the written word. A book that appeals to all the senses. I think that might work. I happen to have a few things you could use for the cover, and I can fetch more, but you just have to give me a moment. Sure. Then let us reconvene back in my stall. Once you have the components for our cover, deliver them to me, and, well, here's a Moeri's tale. Sure. Okay. I need to look up train perfection later. What's train perfection do? Holding my breath. I didn't think that was going to work. Not as dead. This time we need binding for a tone level. What odds, greater senses? Do you have something ready? Oh yeah. I'm speechless, Peter. These will make our finest cover yet. That I have no doubt. Now let us hear Zamoweki's story. Wendy's story. Once upon a time, there was a people who loved to go exploring. And they found a hole in the universe. And they went through it. And they found another universe which was made of gold. And it was crazy. And they stole all the gold and came back. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen. And that's where all our fabulous riches come from. Turns out there is no gold in this area that doesn't come from this country. What an amazing tome you've made. Careful script and illustration, pieces of the natural world as they feature in my story. Reading this will be an unforgettable experience for anyone. I can't wait to take this home and show my family. I'm sure they'll be proud to see our stories reflected in such art. Can I come and hear you read it and have a tea? Of course, that was my intention from the very start. I feel more confident than ever in my letters, so I plan to read aloud from this gorgeous tome, as opposed to reciting it memoriam. In fact, I would say our evening regulars will be flooding into Gather's tea soon enough. If you like, I can save a table for you. Oh, that would be splendid, Whippy. We'll be right behind you. Am I missing something? Welcome, welcome. I'll go to search for treasures. If there's anything you'd like to ask me about, I'll be happy to tell you all I can. Is it upstairs? Well, that's confusing. Alright. That's fun. Every other place, a story, like a full story, which that was, like a story and a half, would have had an up or a down arrow. But that's fine. Can you hear that? People are telling all sorts of tales around us. A haven for storytellers, indeed. Indeed. Many here are regulars, but everyone is welcoming fresh faces, so long as you're hungry for new stories. Hey, lad, tell us a story, would you? A new one, if you've got it. Right away. I've got just the thing for you, and I think you'll all enjoy it. Tonight, I would like to share something personal with you all. Some of you may know that I come from a tradition of oral storytelling, and my people rely not upon the written word. However, should our voices no longer echo in future generations, I fear our very history runs the risk of extinction. Thus did I commission the scrivener Pamika and traveling artisan Piotr with the creation of a book. This is the story of my people. May it warm your heart like the sun upon the plains. 1,000 dawns ago, in the eastern reaches of Shak Dural, our ancestors lived upon a bountiful land. The soil was rich, and the wind carried with it the seeds that flourished into healthy crops. But one summer, a great serpent of cloud coiled above our lands. Beneath its swollen body fell a rain, so endless that it drowned our crops and threatened to starve our people. We must call for the sun, someone cried. So our people lifted their prayers to the sky, that they may summon the great mighty light. But the serpent heard their voices in anger and lashed out with its tail and drove an ever greater deluge down upon them. When their fields turned to rivers, our people departed in search of the sun. Day after day they waited and walked, bearing their hunger and thirst until they could no longer. It was then they came upon the solitary cactus. Chasers of the sun, take me with you. I too seek brighter lands. For your hunger and thirst I offer my fruit. In return, sow my seeds upon your fruit path, and partake of that which they yield. Our people sowed the seeds, and from them grew more and more cacti, each bearing fruit that gifted them strength. For 1,000 nights they pressed onward, westward, planting the cacti and partaking of their fruit. Finally they reached the wide land of sunlight. The cacti grew strong and plentiful under the golden rays and spoke to our people once more. You have our gratitude, children of man. This is the land we long dreamed of. Today we revel in the radiant paradise. Tomorrow we should give up our voices and live to nourish your progeny forevermore. So it was that cacti spoke the tongue of man no more, and our people would continue to care for them and honor them as irreplaceable companions. It is there, alongside the bright sun and thriving cacti, that our people formed a village and lived in peace and comfort for 1,000 tomorrows to come. In our native tongue, Tanawatwa means sun chaser, but there is no one reason as to why our people are so named. The story you just heard is but one explanation, a tale passed down through generations in my village. But ask another Tanawatwa, and you'll hear another story. I am not here to insist that ours is the definitive tale, but rather to say that in the small corner of this vast continent, there exists a people who believe it to be true. It is my hope that our stories are remembered by many, and our words carried forward into the future. Thank you. Remember me. So what did you think? That's how we usually do our recitations. Whoever has a story to tell stands up there and regales the room. I got Namek on her way out. Seems she can't leave her stall unattended for long, but I assume she's waiting for you there. Alright. 1 hour left of streaming. Get ourselves in a good position for a final push tomorrow. Wendy's storytelling prowess is awe-inspiring, isn't it? He set the scene without flaw, and I truly felt as though I was traveling along with those cacti. Words are so peculiar, aren't they? When spoken from the soul, they can convey meaning that extends far beyond their written worth. My experiences with you and Zamaweni have opened my eyes to the truth and duty of a scrivener. Going forward, I hope to capture what I hear with more sensitivity and a deeper understanding. It is not a matter of simply writing down the words. It's about preserving the spirit in which they are spoken, just like we did with our books. My abilities have their limits, however. So for the tales I cannot bind alone, I hope I can count on you, Pieter. Esteemed contributor, epistles by Pamika. You completed all of Pamika's tasks, now considers you a connoisseur of covers. There are doubtless others in Wakamekichi that could use the aid of an able artisan. Speak with the other merchants and see how you can help. These are their stories. Place in the sun. Countless crafts. There we go. These are their stories. Okay, well... to the Synod. Spend an hour in the Golden City, shall we?
This place is a little scary. I don't know if I could come here alone.
Koana's already gone inside. I couldn't help but take a moment. Just being here takes me back.
And it wasn't even that long ago we visited for the ride. So much has happened since then. That's true.
Truly, guided by my grandfather's letter, I crossed the seas in search of answers. What awaits us on the road ahead, I know not. But I shall walk it to the end with you all.
Come on, let's go.
Electrope everywhere one turns, harboring vast amounts of lightning. This place is very much alive.
Full of energy, all right.
Try holding your earring to the terminal.
Didn't work.
No luck. Don't give up yet. The terminal reads the code. It might just need higher clearance. Galulja, would you give it a try?
Me?
If the king's authority is passed to you, then the gate ought to open.
But I leave behind that which I've gained by the sweat of my brow. It is yours to embrace or spurn.
What?
City opens up. Okay. Should be less than 24 hours away. Real time. From the end of the game.
The earring. It really was.
Remarkable. A void gate is forced open with a blast of ether, and thus appears as a tear in the fabric of reality. In contrast, this is the stitchwork of a master, neatly hemmed, without a thread out of place. A power to be reckoned with.
Quite.
But now isn't the time to marvel. If Galuljar can open the gate, then so too can Sveen close it. 'Twould be wise to employ magics in its defense, both to maintain its stability and ward off interference. While I am able to invoke said magics, I cannot sustain them alone. I require another to channel with me, and in unison.
She's looking straight at Graha.
For that role, I do humbly volunteer myself. But even our combined efforts offer no certainty of success. Might we prevail upon the two of you to lend your support?
Of course. If coordination between mages is required, few would be better suited than Alize and myself.
Shall I remain as well?
While your presence would be welcome, I'd rather you joined the expedition team. For despite our earnest efforts, the gate may well end up closed once more. In such a situation, it may fall to those on the other side to devise a method to reconnect our worlds. A task with which you are not unfamiliar, as I recall.
I have faith it will not come to that, but should it? I will endeavor not to disappoint.
So, assuming Wooklamart, Kryl, and Erenville are a given for this foray, I'll make myself useful here by guarding those who are maintaining the gate. Should any threats emerge, from the world beyond or otherwise, I'll deal with them.
As will I. Which leaves you free to head in there and do what you do best.
All right. Make sure we can return while we're still young and beautiful, huh?
It's fine. Really. Mostly. Just don't let him bear the burden alone. Do you hear?
Tis done. Whenever you're ready.
We'll protect the portal. Keep it open no matter what.
And nobody's streaming right now. Okay. Well, it's worth a look.
Beyond lies an unknown reflection. Short of asking an Ascian, we unfortunately have no way of identifying which one it is.
Well, what we do know is that it's Spheen's domain. A place where she brings back those who've been lost. So for now, why don't we call it the Unlost World? Let's go!
The City of Gold. With the goddess, as was mentioned before. The Yaku who came through this gate before lost the ability to grow large.
How to describe the sheer amazement we felt when we emerged on the other side of the portal? I fear words do not do it justice. Before us was a vibrant world where the memories of the departed abided and reveled in bygone days. Living memory, or so the Endless called it. How they laughed and smiled as they reminisced upon unfulfilled dreams, alive in all perceivable ways, yet knowing no loss. So resplendent was every ilm of this paradise, the words rose unbidden to my lips.
Heaven.
All this time, it was here, the City of Gold.
Yeah. Unlost world, living memory. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. We have literally stepped into the Yakui legend.
Whatever reflection this may be, it would seem the barrier between here and the source is thin as Yaktil.
Then we will explain the Yakui's visions and the location of the gate. Hey, Aramir, that volcano over there. You don't suppose it's real, is it? An actual volcano spewing forth lava in the middle of the city? Actually, I'd like to see that. Hey, you never know. Look, there's a path down. Let's see where it goes. Goes to the aetherite crystal. Easy to just, travel between the aetherites between two different worlds, right? I mean, I've done it before. Gate of Remembrance. Prophecy 9 echoes. It's strange, though I've never been to this place before. It somehow makes me feel nostalgic. Unlike Everkeep with its advanced technology, here it's brick and stone, like we've traveled to the past. The difference may be more superficial than you think. Take a good look at the buildings around us. There's electroscope everywhere, alongside the myriad contraptions. Like how Sven projects her image on the soldiers, I believe this city's appearance is artificial. This aetherite is identical to the one in the Everkeep, is it not? This suggests this place is Alexandrian. That would seem like a fair assumption. In light of all of this, could it be this city's Everkeep missing 12th level? Welcome, friends. Welcome. And who are you? My name is Constancy, and like you, I'm an endless. We have been recreated from the memories of those who have exhausted their souls, the departed, in other words. Great effort is taken to ensure the integrity of your memories, so that it'll feel no different from when you were flesh and blood. Let's get going with you for now. Let's go along with you for now. Sure. I'm a caretaker here in living memory, City of the Endless, and it's my pleasure to provide guidance to newcomers, such as your good selves.
City of the Endless? At a glance, there seems to be many different facilities. What kind of place is this?
Simply put, it's a recreational attraction. The city is divided into 4 areas, each of which captures scenery which once defined our continent. In this way we ensure that what is lost is not forgotten. All that is precious memories endure forevermore. In Everkeep's early days, this place was used by the living, but it was made a haven for the endless hundreds of years after. Now then, if you would please follow me, I'll give you a guided tour. Do take care, as wildlife brought here for preservation roams freely. Hold on a moment. While that tour would be interesting, it's the Fiend we would come to see. Oh, you wish to meet with the Queen. In that case, you're in luck. It was just announced that Her Majesty will enter into a slumber, but there is still some time. If you try calling on her from the Meso terminal in the center of the city, she will likely appear. I'm not sure how things work around here, but let's head to the Meso terminal. Sure. Well, thanks, Constancy. We'll take you up on the tour next time. I shall look forward to it. Good luck seeking out Her Majesty. We return to the 8th right. Operations are currently suspended. I apologize for the inconvenience. Let's progress further through the Dawntrail main scenario in order to access this vendor's wares.
Sven? Are you there? If you are, say something. We need to talk. Sven.
That you should come here.
I haven't known you long, Sphene, but I know you have a good heart. Your love for your people is proof of this. I can't let you do what you're trying to do. And deep down, I don't think you want to do it either.
I want a world without suffering. A world where nothing is lost. Would that such a place existed. But the endless only grow in number, and ever more life force is needed to sustain them. Within the barrier, we have managed to curb the cycle of rebirth these few hundred years. But we've reached the limit. That is why I looked to interdimensional fusion, to harvest what we needed from your world, from your people. And with the key, we will have it.
And once you've plundered our world of ether, what then? Will you do the same to others? All men eventually die. If you make endless of everyone, you will never have enough ether to sustain them. You but prolong the inevitable.
Sphene, if you would nevertheless persist in this folly, we must stand against you. For we too have people we cannot lose, places to which our hearts belong.
Damachi, I would have loved nothing more than to work hand in hand with you to tend our nations. But fate is cruel. By the time it had brought us together, our futures had already been written. The kind and gentle Queen Sphene was too weak to serve her people, and so she will serve them no more. I will erase all memories of the living Sphene, she who has cursed me with this soft and powerless nature. Freed from conscience, I shall become a ruler that can protect Alexandria, a devourer of worlds. When two nations cannot protect their own without doing harm to the other, there can only be one resolution. It is a hard truth, but one you understand, don't you?
This evil is not inevitable. We can find another way.
I'm afraid we're out of time. The process has begun, and it cannot be stopped.
Mesoterminal memory deletion in progress. Mesoterminal memory deletion in progress. Upon completion, interdimensional fusion will commence.
Sphene!
What are we to do now, damn it? I felt that I'd come to understand Sphene, but I'm still clueless. Utterly clueless. Just a moment. Not that I'd come to understand, Sophia, but I'm still utterly clueless. Utterly clueless. Doesn't seem like we can do much else here. Let us return to the Aetheryte for now. The caretaker, Constancy. Perhaps he can tell us more about this business of Sphene going into a slumber. Take the white path back. He's nowhere in sight.
Perhaps he's taken other recent arrivals on a tour.
Looking for someone, are you? Yes, he was just here earlier. A fellow named Constancy. Wait, what?
Hello, everyone. You made it here, as I knew you would.
Is that who I think it is?
It is. It's Carquia.
Mm-hmm.
None other.
None other. It's the first time seeing you. It's the first time some of you see me in the proverbial flesh, isn't it? Feast your eyes, then. She who is controlling that unassuming machine with a ravishing Shatona maiden. Ah, that's a bit much, wasn't it? Ignore me.
So it was true. What you're here means.
I tried to tell you so many times. But my courage always failed me. I'm indeed an endless. I've been for a while now.
You're a deal.
Now you've come to stop Sphene, yes? I can help with that, but I have a request to make.
You know how to stop her, then?
Well, there are no guarantees. Your coming here makes it a distinct possibility. As my wish is relevant to your mission, will you hear me out? You can decide what to do afterwards.
Sure.
Excellent. To begin with, we'll need to head in a different area. See that sentry? I'll have them grant you access to the zip line.
Zip line. What is that?
Oh, it's a fun little modal transport. I don't see much use, though, as we Endless can teleport freely within limited memory. The particular line you take to a zone called Canal Town. I'll be waiting for you there. Canal Town.
With that endearing pushiness, it can only be Kashua. Let's go.
Thing is simulating my mother. Welcome into living memory. I offer a range of goods in exchange for bicolored gemstones. Do you wish to engage in a transaction? Now have access to the region's gemstone exchange. Trade bicolored gemstones, variety of rare and tradable items. Successfully completed local fates will allow safe delivery of goods in the region, increasing the number of items available for exchange. And now I have gargantuan letters. As much as I want. You don't seem to be. Error. User registration confirmed. I bid you welcome to Canal Town, the resort of romance and relaxation. Please enjoy your stay.
What a charming place.
That's them, the people Sven strives to protect.
They look happy. So, what is this request of yours?
I want you to erase us. Erase the endless.
What?
Oh, come now, spare me those gloomy faces. Being alive, you're the only ones who can do this. And we won't have a better opportunity than now, whilst Queen Sven is busy preparing to initiate interdimensional fusion.
It is wrong to sacrifice others to sustain the endless. This I firmly believe. But talking to you now, you seem as real as any of us. And if you need an answer right away, I don't know that I can give it. Is there a reason we need to act so soon?
Because, as you've just said, it's wrong to sacrifice others to sustain us. Remember, we need life force. Other forms of aether don't cut it. In the beginning, we managed with the aether of those who died in the barrier. But as our numbers grew, there began to be a shortage. That's why Queen Sven looked to other sources. Even the aether I'm composed of may have come from the victims of the attack on Tuilalau.
can't bear that thought. I can't bear to exist just because someone else died. We'd probably do the same way if you were in our shoes. But what exactly are you asking us to do? In each zone there's an enormous data storage device called a terminal. That's where our memories are kept. If you shut down the terminal, the memories within it will disappear, along with those endless created from them. But does this need to be done right now? But does this need to be done right now? Can't we stop Sven first and then take it from there? It's precisely in order to stop Sven that it must be done now. Our own memories are stored within the mesoterminal, which stands at the heart of living memory. As you would expect, the terminal's defenses are extremely tight. But it has moments of vulnerability, such as when it's just finished calculations, which we can exploit to shut down from within. While we wait for that opening, we erase the endless. Once we are gone, Sabine will no longer have a reason to plunder Aether from other worlds.
Would Sabine simply allow us to shut down these terminals?
In preparation for fusion, the mesoterminal is currently performing massive calculations while gathering energy. Even if the system notices us, it cannot easily suspend the process. Rather than doing so, I believe it will attempt to accelerate the timetable and bridge worlds before the plan can be thwarted. It wouldn't be a decision Sween would wish to make, but she would be able to save those who are stored in the mesoterminal at least.
There's sense in your strategy and in resolving to stop Safine. We'd anticipated it might come to this, but to actually talk about erasing the endless? This is difficult.
You needn't feel any guilt. No matter how lifeless we may seem, no matter how lifelike we may seem, we endless are but facsimiles, crafted from memories. Besides, stopping Safine requires you shut down the mesoterminal, which sustains all of us. Sooner or later, it needs to be done. If we're to be erased, let it be before more people come to harm. Living, breathing people with futures they deserve to experience. There has to be another way. I'm afraid not. We spent years scouring preservation's records, but found nothing. It's a truly bothersome system they've created. A little that you ask. Thank you for respecting my wish. And as a personal request, while her actions cannot be condoned, I ask that you afford Queen Sphene a measure of understanding. Know that she herself didn't choose to become an endless. It was preservation that made the choice for her. She's powerless to resist her purpose.
What do you mean?
The Sphene you know is an ideal that preservation brought to life. Harnessing the love of a living Sphene bull for her people, they brought forth an eternal queen whose primary directive was to preserve the endless. But as you know, the endless consume ether. Sphene was compelled to find ways to procure it, and that compulsion has driven her to resort to interdimensional fusion.
What? You're telling me the original Sphene would not have chosen this?
What the queen might have done, only she herself would know. But the scientists of preservation have vanished, leaving their created queen to walk alone. So as you go about your mission, think not you're stopping a ruthless villain, but rather that you're relieving a troubled soul of her burden.
All right, yeah. We understand now, both your reasoning and your feelings. But before we erase the endless, I'd like to know them. I'd like to know what she fought tooth and nail for. If we're going to reject someone's beliefs, let it be after we've come to understand them. It's a lesson I learned from the rite of succession. I realize we're pressed for time, but
If it's all right with you, I want to meet with as many people as I can. You truly are the Lodge's kidding. Well, the calculations will take a while still. It should be fine if we do this as we proceed to the terminals.
I'm with you. We might not be able to learn everything, but it would be nevertheless meaningful if we could glimpse the hearts of those who inhabit this place before we set them free.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll leave it to you then. When you're finished here, come and find me at the fountain near that big clock tower. Right, let's split up and find some locals to speak with. Sure. It really is a lovely place. You should run along and enjoy it while you can. They're satisfied, endless. You there. Have you tried the popcorn in that stove? No? You haven't? You know anything. You don't know what you're missing. I consider myself something of a gourmand. And believe me when I say this classic salt flavor is amazing. The saltiness is simply exquisite. That's the only way to describe it. Once you've had a mouthful, it's impossible to stop till it's all gone. And after you've tried that, I urge you to seek out the other stalls. There are lots of them everywhere, offering all manner of delights. For another recommendation off the top of my head, the ice cream over in the Acela Bouquet. It's so smooth and rich, and just thinking about it giving me a hankering. That's it. I'm going to go and have some right now. So, Cryle, everyone here is dead, and you're their child.
Part of me hopes that my parents are here, too. Probably too much to ask for.
Child of dead people. And to give her a chance to grow up when she couldn't in reality. Oh, hello there. Taking in the sights of Canal Town too, are you? Both my wife and I just adore this place. We have become estranged in life, she and I, but being here gave us the chance to reconcile. I couldn't be more grateful for the chance to spend these blessed little moments together again. I have no more regrets. Whether Her Majesty's plan succeeds or no, I can rest with peace in my heart. Well, we shall continue on our way, but we hope to see you again. Until next time. Hello, I don't believe I've seen you around before. A newcomer, I take it? It's wonderful here, let me tell you. Well, I just bumped into a dear friend of life. We've been whiling away the hours reminiscing. Might have been more like days, actually. You don't get a sense of time here. By the way, did you hear the announcement earlier? Much as I love this place, I wonder if Queen's Fiend can really sustain us forever. But I suppose there's no use worrying about such things. Anyway, thanks for you. We found a break in our conversation. We'll go around the gondola next. Gondola or gondola? Oh, yes, definitely one of those two. Welcome, welcome. Have a browse and let me know when you're ready to order. Yeah, not a lady's recommendation as well, I take it. That was a girl. I've been wondering about the endless due for sustenance. So it's a good opportunity to learn. Oh, it's your first time eating, is it? The food here is created using aether and memory data. To us, it tastes just like the real thing. So how about it? Would you care for some popcorn? Well, let's give it a try, shall we? Sure. That's the spirit. Find a table you like and I'll bring it right out. And lest you worry, there's no charge. All the food here is free. Zero calorie? Food created with memory data. How this tastes of living, I wonder. Well, as they say, there's only one way to find out. Sure. You sample a handful of popcorn. While it has texture, you detect no taste whatsoever. Good gods. This tastes like nothing at all. I mean, it's amazing. I've never had such tasty popcorn. It's not our best seller for nothing. And what about you? It's interesting. It's always special watching newcomers eat it for the first time. Oh, really? They're just like the people that ever keep. The communal spirits alive with smiles. They're exactly the same. Thank you for your custom. Come again anytime. By the way, prior to this, a young man caught my eye near the canal. He appeared to be searching for something rather frantically. Did you perchance see him too? I did not. No, I'm curious as to what had him so flustered. Could you help me look for the fellow? Sure. My thanks. Let's head to where I saw him. Could seem he's no longer in the vicinity. Let us keep looking. Whatever it is that troubles him, perhaps we can be of assistance. I cannot claim to know exactly how it misbehaved, but however, hopefully our man has not gone too far. Let us split up the search for him. He's an Eldite with fine hair, and fair hair. You know what I mean. God strike me down while we unite again after 100 years. And what should happen? Yes? Oh, my apologies. I'm in some haste. If you have something to say, please make it brief. I was just curious. Your friend noticed that I seemed troubled. So you've been looking for me? What kind of souls you are? I've lost something important. The engagement ring intended for my beloved. A lanky monkey-like fiend stole it from me. After running hither in terror, I managed to locate the beast in yonder square, but I'm uncertain how I should take my ring back. Once I might have considered fighting for it, but given the shortage of aether, the danger is simply too great. If I were to be struck down and my essence dispersed, it's not like to be reunited for a long time. I cannot risk that. Not after my beloved has finally given form again, after 100 years. Though it pains me to do so, I shall give up on the ring. But I thank you for your kind concern. It's time to fight the monkey. What you again? Was there something else? Got your engagement ring back. Good heavens. This is the ring. You took it back to that beast. I did. Thank you. Thank you ever so much. I see you've already resolved the situation, Peter. You must be the friend who first noticed me. I owe you my gratitude as well. My name is Euclase, and I was planning to propose to my beloved with the ring, and thanks to you, I can do just that. Oh, well, this is a cause to rejoice indeed. Did the two of you meet here? Oh, no, you were sweethearts in life. But I died young, and she only followed me decades later. Ever since then, even then our reunion wasn't yet meant to be, for the aether storage shortage meant not everyone could be recreated. I had to wait until recently to see her again. A reunion beyond death. Such a thing would be possible here, I suppose. I assume you're newly arrived. With our memories are stored in the terminals, less than 1 in 10 of us has ever been given form and present. I myself have been reincarnated 3 times now, and each time there seems to be fewer of us. It's fairly a miracle that my beloved and I could meet. I see. Oh, given the circumstances, the chances of existing concurrently with an acquaintance would be slim indeed, and slimmer still for a loved one. Truly, that is why I decided to do that which I had failed to do in life. Ask for her hand. With her regulator, she was spared the sadness of my death. Even so, she never took another man for the rest of her days. She told me that, although she couldn't remember me afterwards, she could never shake the feeling that someone precious had been a part of her life. The sweet fool. The ring represents a yearning I've long carried. Though I know full well it was only a construct. Like these bodies of ours, there's a part of me that wonders if this is wrong. Not that I expect us to exist forever, even in this form. But to be with the one I love once again and make her happy. However wrong this world may be, I have nothing but gratitude for Queen Spin. Now, if you'll excuse me, I shall go and make that proposal. I've made her wait long enough as it is. This isn't much, but please accept it as my token of thanks. Tickets? For the gondola. To ensure that order is preserved, we must observe the proper way of doing things even here. It's very much like Queen Spin to make it so, is it not? Take care, my friends, and see to it you have no regrets. Well, I think it's about time we rejoin the others. What do you say we go by gondola? I expect it won't be possible to do so once the terminal's been shut down. Indeed. Come then, let us seek a vessel at the pier. All right. We will come back and speak to the gondolier tomorrow morning. Bright and early at 7:30. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.